What up, sports world? It's your boy Ego. Make sure you check out the ESPN Plus app. They got MLB and live sports. Opening day is among us. Watch Bryce Harper as he makes his debut with the Phillies after signing a record-breaking $300 million free agent contract. The app has a ton of exclusive and originals, like LeBron James is more than an athlete. They got UFC shows and boxing, including Tyson Fury's upcoming show and Vasil Lomachenko. Sign up for your 7-day free trial. Link is in the description. Sign up now. Boom. Oleksandr Usyk has vacated his Cruiserweight titles. He's moving up to heavyweight. And Eddie Hearn says Joshua is in the market to fight Pulev and Usyk. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. If you'd like to sign up for a 7-day free trial with ESPN, you can do so using my link. It helps the channel. And after that, it's $4.99 a month if you like ESPN Plus. Now, Eddie Hearn did an interview with IFL TV, link in the description, and he talked about Joshua's next move. They said they don't want to lose their belts due to not facing the mandatory. They're saying they want to fight John Miller, Deontay Wilder, but if that fight doesn't happen or doesn't come to the table, then it'll be someone else, like probably Usyk, who will be, since he's moving up. The WBO gave him, kind of like let him cut the line because he was undisputed and had their belt at Cruiserweight. So he's going to have an immediate shot as a mandatory with the WBO. He says after that, then it'll probably be a guy like Kubrat Pulev, as long as he keeps his place. And Usyk has officially vacated his titles at Cruiserweight. So the move up is now official. I want to get my thoughts. First, Usyk's a good fighter. He was my fighter of the year last year for what he accomplished. Road warrior, fighting in guys' backyards. He entered a tournament, the World Boxing Super Series, and he emerged in the Cruiserweight division as the champion, So it's impressive to see fighters like, the Kovalevs and Usyk, who have taken some of their tougher fights in other people's backyards, and then especially if you win, and that's what Usyk did. Usyk made Murat Gassiev, who's a big puncher, and I think he's moving up to heavyweight too. He already beat him, and he made him look, he tamed him. Like, it was really one-sided. And if you watch Dorticos versus Gassiev and look at the stop, I think it was a stoppage in the last round, right? Very competitive, and that was a skilled Cuban fighter he was up against. So impressive stuff from Usyk. Definitely skilled. He's a gold medalist, an Olympian, friends with Lomachenko, crafty. Sky's the limit. I'm curious how he'll fare at the new division, because size matters. He's about, it looks like 6'3", something like that. But these new era heavyweights are even bigger. Former football and basketball players, a lot of them. Joshua used to be a construction worker, 6'6". Wilder used to play basketball or football or something. Dominic Bazile used to play quarterback, I think he said. So, you got a lot of big guys. So skills are good. Obviously, you want that in your arsenal. But it's even different, even from the times when, just not too long ago, when Evander Holyfield was fighting. Because Evander Holyfield, yes, he had a man-style chin, but Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield probably similar in terms of heights. Holyfield was probably taller. Holyfield did fight some George Foremans and Lennox Lewis's and guys that were taller, but when he's fighting James Toney, Mike Tyson, they probably weren't outweighing him and way taller than him and stuff like that. Usyk, if he fights the top guys, Wilder's 6'7" with crazy power, Joshua's 6'6", Tyson Fury's 6'10", even Luis Ortiz, that would be a great fight. But he's like 6'4", 6'4 and a half, but bigger. But Usyk, I believe he's training with Klitschko right now. I've seen a picture with them recently. I know they've sparred in the past. So it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I will say I'm going to be very disappointed if Usyk versus Joshua happens before Wilder versus Joshua. If Joshua beats Miller and continues to win, the #1 fight should definitely be the Wilder. These promoters and networks and apps and all that, they need to get it together, because boxing is very unforgiving. You can't just like manipulate the future how you want it to like lay out. You know, some people are gonna get upset, take a loss, and then there's gonna be a lot of money that was left on the table while you was like holding out and marinating the fight and all this extra shit. But I'll be real disappointed if Usyk versus Joshua happens first, because that's just ridiculous. You know, a cruiserweight coming up and then being ready for Joshua before a fight that has been at least 2.5 years in the making already, since Wilder first called out Joshua. That's horrible. And the other thing is, especially for like DAZN, who just doubled their price point, Joshua versus Usyk is a good fight for boxing fans, but I still don't think it's a bigger fight. I know it's not a bigger fight worldwide than Joshua versus Wilder, because we're talking about two different things there. You know, we're talking about a guy from Ukraine and a guy from the UK. So on a domestic level, that would probably be a big fight, you know, in the UK. Joshua versus Wilder, that's on a global level. They can make so much money in America fighting that. If Joshua fought Usyk in America, I don't think that's where the money would be. You know what I'm saying? So they could capture the UK domestic audience with the fight like that, especially since he knocked out Tony Bellew, which was very impressive. And that's a UK guy, a Liverpool guy. You know, so they can make money if Usyk fights him in the UK more so than I think if Joshua Usyk. I still don't see it being. Again, I'm not hating on the fight. I'm not saying it's a horrible fight, nothing like that. But what I am saying is it's not a big fight like casuals, like Conor McGregor, Mayweather, and Mayweather-Pacquiao. The big fight, Fury, Wilder. It's not a fight like that where if you don't know much about the sports, you're hearing about it, at least in America. I'm not talking about the UK, because again, that would be less money than Wilder versus Joshua in America. So we'll see how it plays out, but I'll be very disappointed. But I was very impressed with Usyk's last performance, knocking out Tony Bellew, who had a win over David Haye twice at heavyweight. Still, you know, he had been stopped at light heavyweight, so by Adonis Stevenson. A lot of people forget that, but still impressive because he was a champion at cruiserweight, and then he did fight at heavyweight twice, and that was a nasty knockout. But different ball game. I know he's sparred with Klitschko and stuff like that, but Josh was a big dude, also a gold medalist, strong, taller, gonna outweigh you. So it's interesting. I want to see how, you know, if he can do what Evander Holyfield and Pat Grace did. I know he has some fancy footwork, but if they do connect, which is inevitable, you get hit in a fight, we got to see how that beard is against heavyweights. You know, like I said, it's a different ballgame there. Let me know what you guys think. Usyk versus Joshua. Usyk vacated his belts. You know, Usyk Wilder, Usyk Tyson Fury, Luis Ortiz, all that good stuff. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.